Hello and welcome to Devil's Advocate. Have George Fernandes and Nitish Kumar come to a parting of ways? And what does the future hold for George Fernandes? Those are the two key issues I should raise today in an exclusive interview with George Fernandes. Mr. Fernandes, let me start with a simple question. How serious or how deep is the rift between you and Nitish Kumar?
That there is a rift is certain. How serious it is, time will tell. And I would certainly wait for that time.
Do you feel as if you've been let down by a close colleague? Do you feel that you've been betrayed?
Yes, to an extent, yes. Because I was the one who brought him into the party. And I spent 3 years of my life in Bihar to see that Bihar comes out of the situation in which it was. And when it came out, I had to go out.
In other words, at the moment of success, he kicked you in the teeth.
That's right.
Let's go back through the chronology of the major events that have brought you to this point. Most people believe your differences began in 2004 when Nitish demanded back Nalanda, a constituency you had won in 96, in 98 and 99. At the time, what exactly happened?
Nitish was worried about his chance at the elections which were coming. And he told me that he didn't want to fight the election. And he wants to work for the party. I told him, all of us are working for the party. You are working, I am also working. So why should you have to resign? And if you have to resign, then I also will resign. Then he made a point that it's about, which made me believe that he was worried about his situation in the next election.
He was scared of losing.
He was totally scared of losing, and he did lose.
So in other words, he was hinting he wanted Nalanda back. He didn't have the guts to ask you openly.
That's right. I understood him, and I said, Nitish, you take Nalanda, and I'll go to my old constituency, Muzaffarpur, from where I was physically taken away to Nalanda.
So he made you give up a constituency you had won 3 times and which you had nurtured because he felt unsafe where he was and he wanted the security of Nalanda for himself.
That's right. And I had done a lot of work in that constituency also.
Which you now had to sacrifice.
Yeah.
The second split, or the second cause for a split between you, happened in fact over the issue of nominating JAYA, a former party president in the SAMATA days, to the Rajya Sabha. You believe that Nitish Kumar reneged on a commitment he made to you?
Yes, I did feel that, and I think it was something which I could not accept, because in so many words he had told me that this time I have also thought that she should be there. And then when the time came, he let her down.
In fact, when the time came and you were speaking to him on the telephone, I believe he actually banged the phone down on you.
Yes, he, I think, couldn't have the courage to tell me that why and how he has to do this. And the only thing he could do is to put the phone down, and that's what he did.
Of course, the big divide between you happened this year in April over the Janata Dal United presidential election. I want to spend a little time on this. To begin with, why did you feel it was important for you to stand as the Janata Dal presidential candidate?
Well, it is not a question of importance or not. I have been the president of the party, and I have been out of the presidency also, not one but many. In this case, I was made to feel that I should continue.
Nitish made you feel he would support you,
Yes,
and then he turned his back on you.
that's it.
So he led you up the garden path.
Yes,
In the end, he ended up supporting Sharad Yadav, and you lost by 413 votes to 25. Your supporters said the election had been rigged. Do you believe the election was rigged?
yes, it was.
You have no doubt in your mind.
Absolutely.
Rigged by Nitish Kumar himself?
Well, Nitish, I don't think, played a role in the election per se.
But was the rigging done at his instructions?
I won't be able to make a statement on that.
But that's what you suspect.
Yes, it could be.
Now, since that election, you've publicly criticized the state of affairs in Bihar under Nitish Kumar, particularly in the months of August and September. For instance, on the 6th of September, you told PTI, nothing has changed in Bihar so far under the new government, and the people's dream of prosperity and the rule of law is yet a distant dream. Kidnappings go on unchecked, and there is no improvement on the economic front. Do you really mean that?
I spoke the truth as it was.
This is not anger coming up?
Not at all, not at all. I had people coming in this house and give me their stories. I had to go to at least two or three places to see what exactly the situation is.
So after you heard accounts from people of how bad things were in Bihar, you checked them out for yourself before you made your statement?
Yes.
You also said to the Deccan Herald, corruption under the new regime is rampant and has touched its zenith. Do you really mean that things today are worse than they were under Lalu Yadav and even Rabdi Devi?
That is what the people are telling me.
And you believe it?
I'm inclined to believe it.
How do you then account for the fact that at least twice, in January 2006 and August 2006, the State of the Nation poll done by CNN, IBN and the Hindu newspaper has put Nitish as the top chief minister in the country?
Well, I think these polls mean nothing.
In other words, they don't detract from your criticism at all. You stand by your criticism.
Yes, I do.
You told the Times of India that Nitish is an autocrat. You said this on the 10th of September. Nitish was an autocrat, he is an autocrat, and he will remain an autocrat. Why do you say that?
Because he is one. I'm again speaking the truth.
Are you talking from personal experience or also from the way he
Personal
conducts
experience and experience of a whole lot of people who have suffered.
Suffered?
Yes.
You mean that, suffered?
Yes.
The paradox is that you've been fairly open in your criticism of Nitish Kumar. On the other hand, he's been understanding, he's been even deferential. He calls you his esteemed leader. He says, if elders in a family chide, the younger ones should accept that it's their duty to listen quietly.
I think that is his way of
deflecting matters?
No, I believe that this is a way of humiliating me.
Humiliating?
Yes.
You mean by calling you an esteemed leader, he's suggesting you're retired and past it?
Yes. Not only that, it goes beyond that.
What else does it go towards?
At one level, you say that I have been rejected in the election. And at another level you say you have manipulated that election, and you say this, and then in public you go and say that he is our great leader. what does one call it?
So they're treating you like an old man who needs to be pampered, but who's actually past it. And you resent that.
Yeah, one can put it that way.
Nitish says that the reason he has differences with you is because you became so close to the BJP that you almost began to accept the Hindutva agenda. He says that your affinity to LK Advani and the RSS Sanchalak has endangered the secularism of the JDU.
Well, he has been part of the, whatever the JDU is. And it's the JDU which is, which has an alliance with the BJP. But going beyond that, other than that, not going beyond that, other than that, it was Advani himself who proposed that he should be the chief minister. He should be the chief minister when we win the election. And I made a statement at that time that who should be the chief minister should be decided by the people who will get elected and come to the assembly. They will decide. And when one says that I am now making so, I want some so and so, what he is doing is in a manner of speaking, it is autocracy.
You're also saying something else, that Nitish owes a debt of gratitude to LK Advani because LK Advani suggested he should be chief minister when you in fact were not prepared to give him that recommendation. And instead of showing gratitude, Nitish is being ungrateful to LK Advani and the BJP. That's yes. You're nodding your head. Is that yes?
Yes.
It is yes. The irony is that today, the BJP isn't supporting you either. Their National Party spokesperson, Ravi Shankar Prasad, has said, we disapprove of and disagree with Mr. Fernandes' comment about Nitish Kumar and the Bihar government.
Well, I think in politics one has to face such situations also, where the memories become very, very short. And if they have said, if he has said that, it's, I won't comment on that.
You're saying that Ravi Shankar Prasad has forgotten how much you helped the BJP and what credibility you gave the BJP by being part of their government.
You said it.
So in other words, Ravi Shankar Prasad is being ungrateful by not standing by you today in your hour of need.
Well, I didn't expect him to stand behind me.
But you didn't expect this either.
Yes.
Today it's being reported in newspapers like the DNA in Bombay that Nitish Kumar has asked for you to be removed as convener of the NDA, and the BJP, it appears, has more or less agreed.
That's good news.
You don't want to continue as NDA convener?
NDA is not a party. NDA is a platform on which people come and go.
And you're ready to go?
Yes.
In other words, NDA has outlived its utility as far as you're concerned.
I won't say that.
But you're ready to leave it anyway?
Well, if they do not want me there, I won't have any regrets.
If they push you, you leave?
Not it's pushing me, nobody can push me.
But if they don't want you, you leave?
Yes.
You won't stay on where you're not wanted?
Very happily.
Very happily?
Yes.
Let me put it like this. It seems that you've lost support from the JDU. It seems that you've lost support from the BJP. There's a real sense in which you've fallen between two stools and lost out on both counts. So you're happy to follow your own course?
Yes.
All right, let's take a break, George Fernandes. Let's come back and talk about that new course. Where will the future take you? That's the key question in a moment after the break. Welcome back to Devil's Advocate and an exclusive interview with George Fernandes. Mr. Fernandes, let's talk about the road in the future. The newspapers say that you're seriously considering Mulayam Singh Yadav's Samajwadi Party as the party you might join.
I think the people who spread such stories are not aware of whatever I am doing and where I am going.
So you are not going to join the Samajwadi Party. That's a categorical no. Is that right?
No. I am saying that where I am going, they do not know.
Where are you going?
I have ideas in my mind and I'll make them public when the time comes.
It's been said that on October the 12th you're organizing a large socialist gathering and you've invited Mulayam Singh Yadav to participate. Is that correct?
Yes.
Won't that be viewed by Nitish Kumar as a final break between you and Nitish and Sharad Yadav?
None of them have any use for me, and I don't think they'll miss me.
In other words, you don't care if your relationship breaks over an invitation to Mulayam Singh Yadav?
Yes.
Won't this also create a rift between you and the BJP, because the BJP looks upon Mulayam Singh Yadav as its great rival in UP?
Yes, of course, the BJP does want to defeat Mulayam. But I have always stood by Mulayam, and here also I'll stand by Mulayam.
So once again, you don't care what the BJP thinks about your invitation to Mulayam Singh Yadav?
No.
In other words, you are cementing a relationship with Mulayam Singh Yadav on a socialist platform.
Mulayam, I am not doing it now. Mulayam and I have been together for almost 40 years now. When he was having a situation where his life was in danger, I had stood by him.
He was physically attacked and you stood by him and defended him physically?
He was on the verge of being attacked, and I was there to see that it does not happen.
From that day onwards, the two of you have been, in a sense, inseparable.
Yes, but our relations go earlier to that, because he was also a part of the Socialist Party, and so was I.
In other words, socialist blood is thicker than mere political water.
Yes, it has to be.
Your relationship with Mulayam is thicker and stronger than any links that remain with Nitish Kumar.
I'll make another point here. Insofar as Mulayam is concerned, he was the only man who understood what that racket of Tehelka was.
He supported you.
And in Parliament, outside Parliament, he spoke the truth, and he got his people also to speak the truth, and he stood by me.
And today you will stand by him and you will defend him and fight for his re-election in UP when the elections come.
Yes.
And yet you're saying to me you won't join the Samajwadi Party? Why won't you take that final step?
It depends, because...
You may join.
No, I'm not saying that.
Are you considering relaunching the SAMATA Party?
There are people who want it to be revitalized.
Are you inclined to do that?
It will depend on how things move in the days to come.
So you're thinking along these lines even though you haven't made up your mind?
Yeah.
In other words, you're also then thinking of resigning from the JDU and possibly quitting your parliamentary seat as a result, because the two have to go together.
So be it.
So be it. You're prepared for the final break. Is that right? That nod says it all. You want to keep your own distinct identity, but you'd like it to be as close to Mulayam Singh Yadav as possible. That's why you may consider relaunching the SAMATA party, but you don't want to join the Samajwadi party yourself. Is that right?
Yes, that is right.
George Fernandes, thank you for talking to Devil's Advocate.